to my YouTube channel. My name is Johnny Berba. On this YouTube channel I specialise in helping people to face their fears. So if you're a person that wants to learn how to get good at facing your fears, and you want to be someone that is able to do things on their own and is not being held back all the time because you get scared and nervous about things, and you end up talking yourself out of doing things as opposed to actually being able to make yourself or motivate or inspire yourself, encourage yourself to actually do it. So if you are someone that wants to face more fears so you can have a lot more freedom in your life, and for obvious reasons, I don't really need to explain it to you, do I? You know the reason why you have fears, and you know the reason why you'd love to be able to attack them and overcome them. So my story, if you didn't know it, subscribe to my channel, by the way, hit the bell. Also, you can follow me on my Instagram. I share a lot of free information, tips, advice on how you can become fearless and overcome your fear. So let me explain to you where Become Fearless come from. So my journey started when I was very young, going to school. I was scared to go to school, and I didn't know why I felt so much anxiety and fear. I felt very ashamed and embarrassed that I felt like that. I used to ask my mum, "Please mum, can you let me stay off? I don't want to go to school, I feel sick." I used to lie and say I was sick. Sometimes my mum would let me stay off, but then she'd say, "I can't keep letting you stay off, you're going to be in trouble." So it started off in school. It started off having this anxiety of not wanting to be around big groups of people. Obviously I was nervous about getting bullied because I did go through a lot of bullying at school, and there's a lot of kids going through it. I didn't really feel comfortable in class. I was always nervous about exams. I was nervous about failing exams. One of my biggest fears was not being able to do certain equations at school, or maths or English, and I was worried that everyone else would be able to do it and I'll be the stupid one. So these are my early memories of fear. Then when I left school, it continued and it got worse. I became very fearful of girls. I was always worried about being rejected. I was very nervous about getting nervous in front of people, stuttering, getting socially awkward. So my fears just kept getting worse and worse, and I got very scared of dentists, hospitals. Then I became sometimes scared around my family. Then I became scared of phone calls, just having a phone call. I found it very scary. I couldn't get my words out properly. Then I became scared of employment. I became scared of job interviews. Then it got worse. I became scared of going on the train. I became scared of leaving the house. You can hear that I got more and more frightened, and I didn't know how to get myself to face my fears. And it took me going to rock bottom several times in my life, and then that's when I got so sick and tired. I got so fed up and down, always backing out of my fears. I decided I'm going to start facing them. I had no choice. And when I started to face them, that's when all my answers, all the answers were answered for me personally, and I started to completely change. I started to be a lot more open, a lot more confident, a lot more outgoing, and I became fearless. So becoming fearless is not someone who doesn't have fear. I've got fears, everyone's got them. You can't get rid of them fully. It's someone who has fears but can manage it and face it. And that's a vast difference between someone who obviously has got fears but they're not able to face it. So what I realized on my journey with getting better at dealing with fear and facing it, it always comes down to whether you can face it or not. Obviously if you can't, I'm not being judgmental towards people that can't, but I'm just saying nothing will change for you. So my whole world opened up, and of course I was scared to make YouTube videos when I started in 2012. I was scared to be a teacher, I was scared to teach, I was scared to make money, I was scared to do public talks. I did all of them. And I can honestly say to you, hand on heart, every single fear that I faced in my life, I've always became successful. I'll explain what I mean. So when I had a fear of getting a girlfriend because I thought I wasn't good enough, and I was scared of the rejection and the social embarrassment and the emotional hurt, pain. When I went out and faced my fear and started speaking to women, I got a girlfriend, success. When I was very fearful about making YouTube videos because I was worried that they'll get a lot of hate, or people won't even watch the videos or get 0 views, or I might start getting nervous in the camera, everyone's going to see it and laugh at me and judge me. So when I faced that fear and did a lot of videos, it didn't happen. I got a lot of success, people loved it, I loved it, and I got over caring about what other people thought about me. I just forgot. So I was successful at building a YouTube channel. Then I was very scared when I first started doing business. I was scared to like sell, to make money. I faced the fear, I did it, made money, I was successful, I was honest. I was scared to teach, quite nervous about meeting different people, obviously, because I've had social anxiety. Faced the fear, successfully changed people's lives. Same with public speaking. So when I learned this stuff, I decided I'll start teaching people. I want to share it with people. It feels great to share it, and that's why I built this YouTube channel. So I continue to do that on a daily basis. I push myself because you actually don't realize how confident you are. You don't realize how strong you are, but you're only going to realize that when you face the fear. So you can't realize that by not facing the fear. And me telling you, I'm telling you the truth. Even if you don't believe me or you think I was just saying that to be complimentary, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. You don't realize, whoever you are watching this, I don't know who you are, you don't realize how much more stronger you are than what you're giving yourself credit for. You don't realize how much more courage you've got. You don't realize that you can handle these things that you're frightened of. That was one of my biggest underlying fears, is that I thought I couldn't handle the fear. I would not handle the situation. I'd fall apart. I don't know what I thought would happen, and I always did. Even when it was uncomfortable and I felt like, oh my God, this is scary inside, I always got through it. So it's about fighting through it, and the more you do it, the easier it gets, the better you get at it, and the more you want to do it then. And that's when the mindset changes. You just hear what I said. You want to do it, where most people don't want to face their fears. They no, they want to push it away, they want to ignore it, block it out with addictions or distractions, whatever people do. But once you get those positive experiences from facing fear, it gives you more confidence, and then you have the desire, you want to do it because it feels good. It feels good to get frightened and then to overcome it and then have that feeling of victory. You know, that feeling when you're not scared anymore. When you're initially frightened of something and you don't feel confident at it and you're worried that you're going to fail and be judged. And then when you push through it and you do it. And once you get this experience, you can excel in many areas of life. So a lot of people might think, oh, I have fears of dating. You know, I have fears of asking someone out or starting a conversation with a stranger. But what they don't realize is, even though that fear might be a different fear to going to the dentist or making a YouTube video, it's still the same precedent. You're facing fear. The situation might be different, but it's the same thing you're facing. So really, all you've got to do is one practice. You've just got to learn to face the emotions of fear. And it's your choice, obviously, what area you want to excel in. I had a fear of traveling years ago, fear of getting on a plane. I overcome it. I met a friend, he invited me on a trip. I went to Prague for 4 days. I overcome the fear. About 2 weeks later, we booked another trip. I went to Poland. I went to Warsaw, then Krakow. I overcome it. I faced it. You know, and I continue to live my life like that, and I'm encouraging other people. So I know this video would help you a lot. And please don't forget to subscribe if this is something that you really appreciate and you want to overcome. Share this video with a friend if they're open. Obviously, don't share it with a friend who's not open to self-help, because people get upset usually unless they want it. So I don't force things on anyone, but I help people. I just put the videos out, and whoever it lands on and it helps, it will help so many people, because this changed my life. So I know what it does for others, and I was a teacher for many years. I taught a lot. So I know the value of this. It's unbelievable what this does for a person's life. I can talk about the positive benefits of facing fear. You become more intelligent, you become more loving, more caring, you become more adventurous, you develop as a person, you can treat other people better because you've got a better self-esteem and confidence, you get more knowledgeable, you get more, social intelligence, you learn more, you grow more, you experience things, you get to meet different people, different cultures. It's limitless. You know, you can improve your finances, you can improve your health. It just goes on and on and on. It's limitless, it really is. So that's what this YouTube channel is about. For those of you that follow me for a long time, obviously you know what I do, what I teach. There has been changes over the years, but I've always specialized in fear and anxiety. So become fearless, because when you do, your life becomes limitless. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next video. Let me know in the box below if this video helped you, if there's any other videos you'd like me to make.